don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
I don't know what's real anymore. I've opened
Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew.
Hey guys, hang on a minute. I want a piece of this. Rah!
Pew 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 pew.
Alright then. Poof! Hello everyone, this is Tom. And today we have the privilege of taking a look at Mech Fan Toys MF-20 Advanced Scourgers. This is Scourge from Season 3 and Season 4 and Headmasters and all that other stuff, which is fine. Here's the front of the box, bottom of the box, side of the box. I guess it would help if you could actually see the picture, maybe. The back of the box, and the side again, and top, I guess. Okay, so let's take us a second, crack this thing open. I have already opened it and looked at it, but it never hurts to repackage for the purposes of review. Empty box. Alright. Here is Scourge in his plastic prison. You get your instruction sheet, which his instructions are extremely simple. Really nice piece of artwork right there, though. Yeah, his instructions are really, really simple. They came in this little bag, and he's got a little matrix with him. Which do I have? Yeah, you can see that. It's just painted. It's just a painted matrix. Alright, let's get this stuff out of the way. And let's pull him from his plastic prison. Comes with, and that's everything that was in the box. We get 2 weapons here, and they're exactly the same. They're exactly the same. Anyway, he comes looking just like this. Let's see if I can maybe zoom in a little bit here. Oh, look at that head sculpt. As you can see on the head sculpt, there is beautiful red eyes. He's got a mustache, but it's not really painted. I may end up doing that later. He's got that nice red little thing right there on his head. He's got ball jointed elbows. His fingers are not painted. He's got a little bit of gunmetal silver. It's not really gray, it's more silver, so let's just call it silver. He's got that right there on the arm. He's got that right there on the chest, on the thighs. Dropping the figure is not a good thing. Let's see here. He's got, this is painted blue, and it's painted blue right here. Back of the figure looks like this. Okay, so ideally I'll probably have him displayed with his wings kind of like that, and him holding his 2 weapons, which he can do relatively easily. As you can see. Okay. So, let's do size comparisons. Okay. Alright. In this mode, for you Classics fans, here he is next to Classics Prime. For you movie fans, Here he is next to Movie Bumblebee. Again, just to give you a size comparison, scale comparison. See here, I really like this scale, so I'm going to show this. Here he is next to Combiner Wars Bruticus, and nobody tell me that he's mistransformed. I don't really care. I think that scale looks really good right there. Really do. Okay. And yes, I do have upgrade kits on my Bruticus, but that's okay. Here he is next to Mech Fans Project's Ultra Magnus. And I think that scale works pretty well too. And there's really only one other set of scale that we need to look at, and that is with Cyclonus and Galvatron. And I think that works. I think that works fairly well. I like that set. And I'm pretty sure this represents the KO version of the Iron Factory Doombringers. So I was never able to get the Doombringers, and even if I did, they'd probably be only about this tall, about where his head ends. I like the scale better. I like this scale better. So, okay. Let's get these bad boys here out of the way. And there's one final thing that we'll do here, and that is to measure. If I had to guess, I'd say he's 4 inches to the top, and shoulder to shoulder, we're looking at just shy of 2 inches. There you go. Okay, so there's his size. Alright, so let's go over articulation. The head is on a ball joint. You get some wiggle waggle, up, down. He can look up that far, look down that far, and you can't really get the quizzical look because he's got the head corner things. This piece moves due to transformation, so you can have him actually looking down a little bit further if you move this joint. But okay, the wings are on ball joints, so you can get, you know, whatever you really want out of them. Make it look ridiculous. Who cares? They can go back that far. There you go. And these here are on a hinge. They articulate as well, so you can do whatever you want to with them. Arms are on a ball joint, and I love how these companies are doing this cut now, which allows them to go all the way up. He can go all the way around with it. Elbow is also a ball joint. The wrist is fixed. Well, it's not fixed. You do have this transformation hinge, so I mean, he can do that if you want. It's a thing. So, alright, what does MGO say? It's a thing. It's a thing you can do. There you go. I guess I have to give him a quarter now for copyright. Anyway, he has a waist swivel, and it works just fine, unhindered. The legs are on T-jointed ball joints, as you can see. He can do the Chinese splits just fine. And there is plenty of room here for him to do the American splits. So, good range of motion there. He has a thigh swivel built in right here on these ball joints. This is a situation where they did not need to be painted because the paint just makes it incredibly tight. It can turn, but again, it's incredibly tight, at least on my copy. Knee bend, there's the cut right here, which again, really tight, but gives him almost 90 degrees. I don't know, did I show the knee elbow bend? That's a little past 90. Okay, and the feet, there's no rocker, but you do have this transformation joint which lets it go up and down. So all in all, he's pretty posable. I'm really pleased with him, especially for the price I paid for him. Alright. Oh, and he does stand, but sometimes it takes a little bit of finagling. He is a little bit back heavy, as you can see. Alright, but I have had him standing. You have seen it, so you know it can be done. Alright, but we're not going to fight with that right now. We'll get into transformation next. Alright, so to transform this guy, it's really not all that difficult. Pull his arms up like this, hold him here on the silver part of his thigh, rotate the leg around on both sides, okay, extend the foot so that it comes like this, and you want these kind of like this, okay. There's a post and a port, so we just sandwich that together, and it'll bend a little bit on the thighs and the legs, and that's perfectly fine. Alright, so, wow, I wonder what that was. The arms come up this way, like this. Take his head, push it forward, and that kind of releases this back section. Push it all the way up, and it kind of automorphs his head down. Now you can still see his eyes if you really want to. You may not be able to see it there, but trust me, you can still see his eyes. Then you take his hands, his arms, and you rotate them so that your ball joint on both sides shows. Bring the hands in like this, and then you, oh, I'm sorry, I think I must have done something wrong here. No, I didn't. Alright, they fold in like this, and there's a depression right here that was made from where his head was. And there's a post right here, and a port right there. So we just snap that together like that. Alright, last thing we have to do is the wings. And they just use this hinge, come around, and come down. Use the hinge, come around, come down. And here is Scourger in his vehicle mode, whatever you call that. Okay. So, for quick size comparison, here he is with Legends Bumblebee and Classics Ultra Magnus. Again, just to give you kind of a sense of a scale. He comes to right here on Ultra Magnus, and you can see what Bumblebee does. Okay. And for those of you who are curious about such things, we'll pull out the ruler, and he is coming in at 4 3/4 inches, and the widest point he is just under 2. Okay. Now, the weapons do store in this mode. You have to kind of untransform him a little bit, though. You wrap this around like this, and then you just take your weapons and you just plug them right into his hands. Just like that. I'm not really a fan of that, but it is storage, so that works. And that is his transformation. Final thoughts wise, I think Scourge is a wonderful addition to this set, and I look forward to getting more from them. What do you think, Wade?
Oh,
That's Scourge.
okay. I think Scourge is tiny, and he has a weird skull face. he has a weird face.
Well, I don't guess we can argue with that. Alright, thanks folks for watching. And now, to answer the burning question on everyone's mind, how does the Mech Fans Toys MF-20 Advanced Series Scourgers scale with Metroplex? And here you have him in the hand of Metroplex, and as you can see, he's Legend. He's a little bit bigger than a Legend scale figure. There's Wreck-Gar. He's sitting up there going, "Whee! We're in a new place." And Nemesis Prime is sitting there saying, "Don't make me shoot you." I want to take a minute and just kind of show you guys some of what I have in my collection at this point. As you see, the 3 city bots, you see those. Down here we have a few of the Iron Factory Seekers on display, along with some Minicons and a G2 Legion scale Megatron and a sword for some reason. Over here we have the Iron Factory, what did they call her? Pink Assassin, having a complex issue with herself apparently. Here we have a G1 Jazz that is in need of some work, but that's alright, just what they paid for. Over here we have a couple of the Hasbro Insecticons, and boy, they come off really blue on camera, but they're purple, and one of the cassette tapes. And lastly we have that KO oversized Nemesis video game Optimus Prime, and I really love that guy. So and there's the Fangs of Tyranny I just don't have out yet because I don't have a whole lot of space right here. But for those of you who may not know, we moved into a new home, and I promised when we moved into a new home that I would do like a sort of an unboxing thing to show what all I had. Well, forgive the mess, but that represents one layer of the boxes I have to go through. So I just thought you all might want to see this, and so you know. Alright, until next time.
And thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.